The people who cannot handle silence are often fighting a battle nobody else can see, and psychology explains exactly why. Scientists once put people in a silent room for just 15 minutes with nothing but their own thoughts. Most chose to give themselves mild electric shocks rather than sit quietly. They chose physical pain over silence. That is not a personality quirk. That is a psychological emergency hiding in plain sight. Most people assume that people who cannot handle silence are simply talkative or extroverted. But psychology tells a completely different story. The inability to sit with silence is almost always the inability to sit with yourself. And what you are running from in the silence is more important than anything you are running toward in the noise. Here is what actually happens when silence arrives. The music stops. The scrolling stops. The conversations stop. And suddenly there is nothing left between you and your own mind. No filter, no distraction, no escape. And for millions of people, that moment feels like standing at the edge of something terrifying. Not because the silence is dangerous, because what lives inside it is everything they have been avoiding. The unfinished grief, the question they cannot answer, the feeling that something is missing but they cannot name what. All of it surfaces the moment the noise disappears. And so the noise never disappears. By choice, by necessity, by survival. Psychology calls this experiential avoidance. The brain discovers that stimulation, noise, conversation, screens, busyness, creates a barrier between conscious awareness and uncomfortable internal experience. And once it discovers this, it becomes addicted to that barrier. The craving for constant input is not about loving noise. It is about fearing what the silence reveals. Research also reveals a powerful childhood connection. Many adults who cannot handle silence grew up in environments where silence was dangerous, where quiet meant tension was building, where stillness preceded conflict. Their nervous system learned the equation permanently: silence equals threat. And the adult brain still runs that program every single day. But here is what the research also shows. The people who learn to sit with silence develop something that cannot be bought or taught: real self-awareness, emotional clarity, the ability to hear their own instincts beneath the noise of everyone else's opinions. Every important answer you have ever needed about your own life already exists inside you, but you will never hear it while the noise is running. Sit with it, even for 5 minutes, especially if it is uncomfortable. Comment below. When was the last time you sat in complete silence and what did you feel? I read every single one.